So we will be trying to bring a live broadcast for you all the way through. The president has just landed at the Bartica airport and he is now meeting residents of Bartica, one and all. Again, what are you looking at is the outreach of one Guyana President Ali, and he's just landed at the airport here and has chosen to basically walk about and literally shake the hands of everyone who has made an effort to come and see him here. Even checking the overload in the bus. So we also have on our ground just behind the president, the Commissioner of Police, who, as you all know, is someone that make a special effort to be on the ground and very active and reach the people on the ground. For those of you who've just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live, one Guyana President Ali is on the ground, just landed at the airport in Bartica here.
This is the important talk, you know.
Yes, you know that.
And persons of all walks of life have chosen to come make this trek. It's a half-an-hour trip from the township itself, and all right. Yeah, buddy. Large up yourself.
You don't know.
Yes, again, you know, President Ali, I can tell you, have the bat is a bit of a security worry sometimes because of how he moves. Normally presidents, you know, you could plan what a president is going to do. You can't plan what President Ali is going to do. So at times for security personnel, he's just got him busy.
What? Ari, what you want to
President Ali, in his deliverance of and his portrayal of the one Guyana attitude, meets and greets everyone when that opportunity presents itself. So we will be rolling, guys, the Guyanese Critic, coming to you live from the Bartica airstrip, and we are heading behind the president to show you where the president go live and direct as it happens. Rain or sun, the Guyanese Critic brings it to you live. So the president will be visiting a number of schools, and in this case the president has chosen to use the vehicles afforded to the community. So Public Works Department and so on, so no added cost to the citizenry. Again, guys, the president on the ground, and you're getting it live and direct from the Guyanese Critic as you have never seen before. One Guyana President, all right, one Guyana President Ali is on the ground heading to the township of Bartica. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up, but you see we got some nice new roads here on the side. But there are a lot of roads that have been found wanting in Bartica. I think the residents of Bartica are going to be bringing that up to have their concerns raised. So for the first time, guys, you have an opportunity to see your government in action. You could see it live. Whether they walk, they run, they ride, they fly. President Ali is in a convoy, you know, that is of vehicles concerning the community here. So President Ali chose to come and use the vehicles that are in the community here. And that again would afford us the opportunity to not have an extra tax on us, taxpayers' money. You know, we use the community vehicles here. The president flew in on the Army Skyvan, the same Skyvan that was used recently at Regina, Essequibo, to put on that parachute parade for us. And it looks like I'm going to be able to keep up at the rate of speed that the president's convoy is going with. I'll be able to keep up. I know how the rain will treat me, but you know me. Rain or sun, we come in. So this is a concrete strip of highway all the way from the airport. Nice piece of road, but there are roads on this same route that have been found to be wanted. So I also see the Minister of Housing on the ground here. I don't know what the government will be presenting or doing today, but you know, I see Minister Gail Teixeira on the ground. I see the Minister of Housing here. So residents of Bartica, come out to the community center ground and air your concerns with One Guyana president. Let him know your issues, let him know how you're affected and how you want him to better serve you. The president is a very receptive person, so you don't have to worry, you don't have to be afraid. You tell him exactly how you feel. This doesn't call for any hostility. There's no need for us to decide political sides at this time. This time is you're speaking to a president of the country that purports himself in a manner that is for all Guyanese and also acts that part. So for those of you who have just tuned in, the Guyanese Critic is coming to you live and possibly wet very soon from Bartica. Possibly wet. But nonetheless, you're getting it. We ain't stopping. Nothing is stopping me from delivering. So it's raining here. But we come in live and direct from Bartica. Even if there's a break in transmission, guys, I will be coming back live when the president will be meeting. And this is no address. The president is here on the ground to meet citizens of Bartica. And I can tell you, people have already started raising concerns about the conditions of certain parts of the road And I think when they will be telling the president about this road, he would be able to say, yes, I've had the experience, I come through these bad areas. It wouldn't be any surprise to the president because he would have had the experience firsthand. So no matter where you're from in the world, if you're Guyanese, this is something to tune in, share, an experience that you would want to have. The rain look like it's getting harder. We're going downhill here now. But nonetheless, we coming to you live, buddy. We coming to you live. You ever get news like this? In the rain and everything is news all the time. You ever get anything like this? Y'all ever experienced anything like this? I done so okay, but nonetheless we bringing the news to you. Live and direct. Yeah? Now the president is having a first-hand experience of what Barticians have to go through when they're leaving. This is also, I think, the route to head out into the interior. A lot of locations. Some much needed roads, much needed here. So the rain is coming down harder, but we rolling, people. We bringing it to you live and direct. If we have a break in transmission, it's because the phone can't take the pressure. I can take any amount of pressure, but the phone might be able to take the pressure. So, I know the president is going to be going to a few schools, and I want to make sure we catch the whole experience from the airport all the way. For those of you who've just tuned into the Guyanese Critical Live, I'm coming to you from Bartica. And we are just aside the president's convoy heading into the township of Bartica from the airstrip. I would want to believe after having a first-hand experience of these roads, the president will be able to commit to residents of Bartica for sometime in the near future to them having better roads at this area. And it's raining cats and dogs here. I don't know if you've seen it, but it is. But nonetheless, we there bringing it to you live, like we always do. So this is going to be, this is going to be an approximate half an hour trip. Which time at the end, the president will be meeting kids from some schools and then heading to the community center where we're going to be meeting residents of Bartica. And this is an outreach. And you know how the outreach goes. The president tells you of his visions and his plans, and then you tell the president of your expectations and what you would like to see them do. The vice president only recently would have spoken about the fact that the government would have delivered on 90% of their manifesto's promise, election manifesto promise, in only two years. So in under 2 years. So the government seems to be now doing wrongs to see what else they can add to that. I think we're about to approach one school. I know this phone is waterproof, but we will find out today. So, school children. Oh my God. Everybody running to hug the president. Amazing, amazing. The president under attack by children of Bartica. The love is overwhelming in the rain and all. The president under attack from kids of Bartica. The love is real. Come bring the umbrella in. Yeah, come close to me. Just save this phone. So guys, live from Bartica, where the president is literally surrounded by, what school you are from? 3 Mile Secondary. 3 Mile Secondary. So all in the rain, we got to take out pictures. So guys, the love is real. Yeah, right? You want a photo? No problem. Yeah. Yeah. Well, take care. Cool.
Protect yourself, sir.
Yeah. That's some. Thanks. Good. Get it, picture. It's just positive. So guys, again, unexpected. Yeah, no problem. The love for the president is real. This is real, guys.
I need a pic. I want a pic.
No problem. Cover me by time.
Come back down. Hey, that girl move on. She catch me. We outside.
Get it?
Yeah.
Cool. Y'all take care.
You too.
Taking our education, eh?
Yeah.
Life is not all fun and games. So, again, the president stopping for a photo op. And the love is real.
I know.
Yeah. So guys, for those of you who've just tuned in, the Guyanese critic is coming to you from Bartica, just outside of the 3 Mile Secondary School, where the president has stopped to meet some of the students here. It seems that they're all out and the love is real. The new generation understands. Hey. Make sure I get it on WhatsApp, eh? WhatsApp. 622-77 party. 27740. No problem.
Big up your smell.
Cool. You get it? 622-7740. 7740. So guys, the president missing right in the crowd. Watch it there, right there. No, the president's so cut, don't worry. Whether you're soaked or wherever, the president is gonna take a photograph with you. So guys, the Guyanese critic is coming to you from just outside the 3 Mile Secondary School, and the president's convoy stopped here just to check out some of the secondary school students. Hey, y'all alright? Cool, alright. So just outside the 3 Mile photo. Alright. Don't say fatty.
Big up to you for life.
Large up on yourself. You see the front there. Yeah, go get a picture with the president. So again, yeah, beautiful. Cool.
This one.
Great.
He live streaming.
All the time. Yeah, take care, eh? So guys, the president is on the ground here, and students for the first time are having an opportunity, and I can tell you, You know, the commissioner of police is here, the commander for this division is on the ground, and the president is like a true One Guyana president, having a photo op with the kids.
I get you right.
And again, this is just some of the students for the children across Guyana for the first time have, live! Clear out there for me. Watch the front.
Clear up
Clear
there.
there.
Clear up there for us.
So, obviously, the One Guyana message is catching on. And yes, the new generation understands. The new generation understands the importance of togetherness. You see kids of all walks of life. And you got the ones that would prefer not to get wet, hiding here. So we got a lot of students, smarter ones, right? Hundreds of students come out to see the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. You know, an unprecedented. Yes, son. Oh.
Anytime, any day. Let me shout to him. You don't know. Give me the umbrella. All right. Boss. Yes. Yes. Take up Guyana. Hello, you can break this piano.
Left the girl alone. Good? Cool.
I want to clap now.
Y'all give me my umbrella.
Who's taking it? What's the four about?
Four.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. You guys take it. Good? So guys, President Ali, and I think the president is heading up to, is the president going to be making an address to the students here? Oh, they're heading up to the class. And again, what are you looking at? You're looking at live footage from Bartica, news as never seen before, and we're covering One Guyana President Ali, who has stopped at 3 Mile Secondary School to converse with children of this secondary school. And again, children for the first time are having experience like never had before with, hey, we're going on back, with a president. not only president, but unprecedented actions. So President Ali has literally been, for the last few minutes, mobbed by students who just wanted to show him their love and care. And I think we can confirm the One Guyana message is clear. Let me just get a shot there. Man, I safe, no vibes. So
put up one sign, put up one sign, one sign, one sign.
So students can't get enough of the president.
Alright, students, so let's go back. Let's go. Let somebody else get the pictures.
So students can't get enough of the president. This boy too, I don't know. Everywhere I'm going and seeing him, I don't know who he is, but he's always around, ever present. I don't know. Huh? So even teachers are here on the ground, and students of all walks of life are here.
Now that you're alone, we can have you for a second.
Okay, photograph, no problem.
You need come and take this picture for me, please. Move the umbrella.
Cool, thanks.
I don't even know what you're doing. Flash me with critics now, man. I want the picture down to critics. Of critics, you know, is a big fan.
Thanks for the
Big
support.
fan. Big fan of critics. Big fan. Whoa. Oh, yeah.
You get a photo? Oh, you guys take care, right? Cool. Hey. So again, yeah. Again, the love is real. It don't get realer than this, guys. The president is on the ground, and you know, look, it continues. The president can't get enough of his people, and the people can't get enough of the president. Oh, thanks for the support today. Stay in school and taking your education, huh? So, got a big hug from a student there. Yeah. Come. Where they at? I got a roll, yeah. I'll come quick. Yeah. Come around this side and just take out the photo.
Hey, love me, sir.
Quick.
Love me.
Got it?
Yeah.
Cool. You guys take care, eh? So, we're moving again. The president is on the move. Yes, that was 3 Mile Secondary School. I am drenched from head to toe The love is real. I think the president feels it, he knows it, and very much deserves it, since this is what he has been preaching, One Guyana. You have students, secondary school students, the new generation seem to have gotten the message and understand the importance of unity. So for those of you who have just tuned in, the Guyanese Critic is coming to you live from Bartica, and I am on the road to the township of Bartica. The president has landed at the Bartica airstrip and is heading into the township, and on his way he just stopped at 3 Mile secondary school, and I can tell you the love is real. The video that just this live, I have never experienced so much love and positivity before anywhere. The love is real. I think the message is clear, and it's gotten, the new generation is ready. All we have to do, parents, look at your kids, look at what they want. They want to love, they want to be loved, and they're sending a clear message. One Guyana is it. Bartica residents, the president is on his way to the community ground. You know, this is something, a positive that you can share. Everybody of all walks of life can say, yes, this is our president, this is our experience, and share your experience with the world. Now again, you are experiencing not only the president's outreach, but unprecedented actions by the president, by the government, because of the fact, you know, you've never seen this. Go around the world and see. Have you ever been so close to a president? Have you had that opportunity? Can you feel the kind of energy that you feel right now from this president? Have you ever experienced that? You know, we are with the president convoy live, and this is how comfortable the president feels with the citizens of his country. Yes, yes. And nobody, no stone is left unturned when the president arrives. So again, you're hearing the vibes, you're feeling the love, you're seeing how the actions of the students. And the president is visiting 2 Mile Primary School. For those of you who've just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live, I'm coming to you from just outside the 2 Mile Primary School, where the president is paying the school a visit.
Excuse me. Welcome to 2 Miles Primary.
Who is it?
Hello. No problem.
You catch me?
Soaking it. Hold on.
You catch me?
Good?
You can see, Joanne?
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
So, a quick stop for those of you who have just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live. I'm coming to you from just outside of the Two-Mile Primary School, where the president has stopped to. And there's no school on the way that the president has not stopped at. And again, the message is clear. It is not in just talk, but in action. One Guyana president is in Bartica. And you're getting it. A number of unprecedented events live. You can see what the president is doing, when he's doing it, how he's doing it. He's here with ministers of government. I'm seeing Minister Gail Teixeira. Nice to see you, ma'am.
Very good.
And I'm seeing the Minister of Housing. This is, if you don't know, Minister Gail Teixeira, and that at the back there is the Minister of Housing. You're supposed to know your ministers, housing and water. And oh yes, we have Minister Hamilton here. And what you're seeing, this is unprecedented. It's not the president you're seeing alone. It's unprecedented actions where ministers of government, rain, storm, shine, are on the ground and meeting the people, something never done before. And it's not to say we're playing sides here, because even the PPP of the past wasn't this outgoing. It's something that they have learned and realized that the importance now is the people, and the message that the president is sending over One Guyana. It seems that everybody has that added interest in ensuring that that message reaches everyone. Has the message reached everyone? Well, look at what happened at 3 Mile Secondary School just now. You realize they get the message. You realize the students themselves understand. Hi. Wants a picture? Hey, Chimiga, come just to the side here. Look, watch your step, watch your step. Come step here. No problem. Okay, you guys are welcome. Take care, right? Yes. Oh. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Teixeira just made me aware, Minister Teixeira, this is her geographic area. So, herself and Don Hastings, I don't know, I know, but this is their area. And again, the president is meeting with the students. And what you're witnessing is something that has never happened before in this country. And not to give or to bash anyone, the PPP of 23 years never did this. You're seeing a transformation of governance in this country, and I would want to think it is a trickle down from the president, because all the ministers, you see their actions are in tune with the president's actions. The president is outgoing, the president meets the people, talks to the people, and you know, the president's attitude, like the president is moving with the maternal care vehicle. Now these are ministry vehicles, the security moving with the public works, and normally the president has vehicles to his own, but he came with the army's plane. You could see a conservative way in how, you know, this outreach was done. So again, you're live, and we will be bringing it to you live all the way to the township of Bartica, and as long as the live stream permits. Positive vibes all the time. And don't let me tell you, my commentary just complements and explains, is an explanation of what is happening here. You can see with your own eyes. It is not me who narrates the story. I am just explaining where we are, what we're doing, but you can feel the vibes. You're seeing, you're hearing the voices of the kids. You're seeing the actions of the kids. You're seeing the love of people of all walks of life. All walks of life. Bartica is a mixed, predominantly mixed community. A true sense of what Guyana is about. A lot of Amerindians, you know, peoples, all our peoples are represented in Bartica. So if you're just tuned in, the Guyanese Critic is coming to you from Bartica, and the president is on his way from the airstrip, and he's heading to the township of Bartica. He's just now about leaving 2 Mile Primary School, and you could say you have witnessed it here. The president is accompanied by the Commissioner of Police, the security, and the commander, Mr. Moore. And you could hear the children, you could hear the positivity in them, and you see, you see the effort that the president makes to ensure that his people know that he loves them. Beautiful. The children of 2 Mile Primary School, visited by none other than the president, one Guyana President Ali of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. And we head off again. The president will be making some impromptu stops. And I've said it many times, because of the president's actions, the security has to be on their toes all the time, because the president just moves and shares the positive vibes and love for his people. So what's going on here, guys? The president is on an outreach. A new method being used by this PPP-led administration to meet the people, hear their issues. The vice president recently suggested that the PPP-led administration would have already completed 90% of their promise to the people. Yes, 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 brother. 90% of their promise to the people in just under 24 months. I have not been able to fact check that. So I'm saying I'm saying what was said. I am not giving you and say, well, it's etched in stone. You can see for yourself. Go look at the government's manifesto. Try to get a better understanding of what they've done so far and what he means. What did the vice president mean by 70% of their manifesto? 90%, I mean, right? What does that mean? You are seeing an attitude and a mannerism second to none as it relates with government. I am just 42 years of age, but a lot of you would be older and would have had different experiences. Have you ever experienced a government like this? Have you ever experienced a president like this? An outreaching and outgoing president. The actions of this president speaks for itself. A president who says that he has an interest in a one Guyana, and he acts that part by showing all love and care and being there for all. A lot is wanted, I must tell you. This country, people have issues. We're driving on a road as we speak about all this glitter and glamour, and we speak about the oil resource that is coming to our people. You see the conditions of this road. So you know Barticians need genuine help there. We're going to hear today what the president plans to do about that, because I don't think Barticians have to tell him about the road. He has seen for himself. In flying, you know, going through this road, he sees for himself what Barticians have to go through. And I'm sure, knowing the president, he will try to find a way to ensure some relief is brought to the residents of Bartica. For those of you who just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live, I'm coming to you from Bartica, where the president is doing an outreach and has made some stops at schools along the way. And I can tell you the response is overwhelming. It seems the message of One Guyana has caught on, and none other than the young minds are receptive to it and seem bent and intent on making it a reality. Don't take my word for it. Look at the video. Look at the video. Share the video. If this is your opinion, if this is your interest, yeah, buddy. Everything is everything ahead. If this is your interest, if this is what you want to see for Guyana, brothers and sisters, share the light, share the positive vibes. No matter what ethnicity you are, no matter what political background you're from, this is a positive move, and this is not about the parties that contest elections in this country, but the government that runs the country, as the president says, a government for all. And I refer to him as One Guyana President Ali until his actions suggest otherwise. So again, and the younger ones who are very quiet and disciplined, and the president has chosen to walk through, and even the ones from behind who seem, you know, so fragile, and some of them at this tender age don't know what's going on. They don't realize they're meeting the president. As they grow older, they will be able to have the opportunity to say, yes, I have met the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. And I could only imagine how that would impact their lives. And if you look, the president is going down the line and touching every child, not in any hurry, because he understands his purpose, he understands the importance of the young generation. At least that is the sense I am getting from the president's actions. You could say you would have experienced it live and direct by the Guyanese Critic. And again, the president is going down the line slowly to ensure that every child, like the Ministry of Education suggests, no child left behind, the president is making sure that he touches every child. You know, looking at the kids, some of them young are not even aware of what's going on, but are going to know soon enough that they had an encounter with the president. I could only imagine how this experience would be a life-changing one for some of these kids. You know, some of these kids here are going to be our future lawyers and doctors and possibly presidents. And as you see, the president walks down the line and makes sure he meets and greets everyone. An unprecedented act, and I must say never seen, you know, by these actions never seen before or experienced before by Guyanese. So this is the St. Anthony Primary School Annex, just on the hill there, the background. And the president meeting kids and even making way since they're in 2 rows, not forgetting those behind. I could only imagine when these students are experiencing you know, this level of attention, what it will do and how it will impact their lives. Each and every student, even the one behind, the president is making the effort to make them aware that he is here and he has come to meet them. And it seems that some persons are moving up in the line to be able to have an opportunity to meet the president for the second time. Our Heavenly Father data. And by asking what data you use, data like whoa. I've done mashup 2-month plan already. So no child left behind. The president has chosen to give a handshake to every child, literal hundreds of handshakes at this moment. And the president has even been given a handband from one of the students. So everybody is delivering a handband to the president, which he has willingly accepted. It seems that, you know, that is the handband and handshakes. The president even thanking the students for the gift received. For those of you who have just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live, I'm coming to you from Bartica, where one Guyana President Ali is meeting primary school students on his way to the township of Bartica, where he will be addressing residents and listening and hearing their concerns. Every child. No matter who they are, what their ethnicity, their age, every child is having the opportunity to meet the president and feel as though they are cared for. You could see that interest in how the president reports himself. You could see the president acting out the One Guyana message, something to be noted. And you could see forever Eddie Lane in my way. Again, students waiting patiently. So the president working his way to the end of the line, and then we'll be moving on. No vibes. And every single child, I don't know how much 100 children were there, but every single child had the opportunity to get a handshake from the president. And some word, I don't know what, I've been close to hear, whether it's advice, whether it's a positive message, whatever. But nonetheless, I would want to think it is, we could affirm that the president is sharing a positive message, just a handshake and positive words. A lot, shown here. The head teacher might be explaining to the president something, and you could always get a listening ear from the president. So the president is on his way again, moving again. Just met some more primary school students. And everybody could say they've had an opportunity to see, and many primary school students, literally hundreds of them, had a handshake from none other than the president himself. It seems that we are en route to another school, and then straight to the, wow, seems a school here, people out in their numbers. Yeah, I get the head there still going on. Students, this seems to be another secondary school. Students out in their numbers. Again, Bartica Secondary School? Bartica Secondary School, okay. So we're at Bartica Secondary School. Always positive. Again, president surrounded by teachers and students of the Bartica Secondary School. Everybody wants a photo up with the president. You're looking at the Guyanese critic coming to you live from Guyana. We're uncovering one Guyana President Ali. The president surrounded by the students of Bartica Secondary. Yes, Chief. Cool. Yes, yes, yes. You know, anything for the people. We just do what we gotta do. The elements don't get to you. I was supposed as a soldier, you know, they were trained that way. Right? Safe. Your life, son. Be manly. You don't know how for act and when for act? You don't go down a wrong road by. So let me go and give you all a closer view.
But no pushing, no pushing. Please, please.
So lots of photos here with students of Bartica Secondary School. Yeah, yes, son. You cool? All right. No problem. We're taking out.
We're in though. No problem.
You get it?
Why you not doing a selfie? I'm heading to you next. See where you take them.
Who taking out?
Or you can let Tamara take them. Yes. Tamara take them. Yo.
Good?
Thank you.
Cool. Welcome.
Yeah, pay me to send these pictures, right?
So again, only positivity, guys, always. Students of the different schools in Bartica, teachers, everybody, only positive vibes. One Guyana president on his way to the township of Bartica, where he'll be meeting residents and hearing their comments. What you going on? Hey, you got what you going on? What you going on? You got pay for the hairstyle, boy? Come fall in.
What going on, boss?
What you going on? I got a race on Bartica. Everything is everything.
Cool. Good?
Yeah.
What's the latest?
I just seeing where them guys come from. Say what they're doing for y'all.
She must be a better responders.
While I think these students, I see the positivity in them, but the Bartica, they're trying to act like, you know, bigger kids,
You know,
big children, because they just talking the one that he talking up and acting. So they're just acting like bigger kids, but you see the positivity. You understand? Yeah. You see the positivity. Okay. You're coming out to the center ground?
I got question to ask.
Well, come down. We're gonna meet up there. Roger that.
You gotta get a picture, you know.
When you're ready. Safe, bro. So you have the young people, you know, the young man is saying you got questions to ask. You come out, ask, be heard, have your voice heard. What you want, what you're looking for. You know, what you expect to see the government do. They're already seeing that the president, literally, you know, being the leader of the country, is acting like a father. And this is a young president, you know, he has one child of his own. But you can see in his actions towards the children, you know, across this country, you could see that he's a father to all and acting that part. So the president ensuring that no one is left out when they want a photograph. He's making sure he's giving that time and making that effort. I could say the president was supposed to be addressing residents of Bartica at 10 o'clock today at the community center ground. That obviously is not going to happen with President Ali, since he wants to make sure everybody has an opportunity to say they have met the president. Good? Can you filter thing you got there, buddy? Hey, come, take out the filter. You take out the picture of the realest thing coming out again. We know the filter, come. You're looking too good there. Take out the filter and take out back a picture. Roger that. President is climbing the hill to meet, you know, all the students. The president has left the road and watch that. Climb up the area there. Yeah, son. Everything good? Cool. Let's stay focused, stay sharp. could see the smile on the children's faces to have had this opportunity. For those of you who have just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live, One Guyana President Ali is in Bartica, heading to the township of Bartica and using this opportunity to meet students across the area. The mayor again. No problem.
Get a picture with him, but he don't like filter. No. A picture, please.
No, it's not that I don't like filter, it's just that if you come to take a picture of the real estate, you gotta get a real thing, right? And why you meant is the message. Positivity. Yeah, go there? Huh? Come now, come. No problem. There's the fumes from the vehicle. Come around this side, yeah. Who taking out? No problem. Yeah. You know the critical is life. Okay. All right. Cool. Good there? Oh.
Nikolai. I give you.
All right. You want to picture her? You want to picture her? Go touch the vehicle because she want to photograph with her. Go, just touch the vehicle and say, Mom, I'd like to have a photograph with you.
Mom,
Go, miss. No, go to the thing and do a selfie. Go to the window. Go. Go, man. Go to the window and take a selfie. Come on, man. Go to the window and take a selfie with her. We moving again? All right. Excuse me there. Go quick. Who take it? Hi, go quick. Just take out the selfie in the window, yeah. So where is President Ali? Moving again. Hi. Come quick. Come out of the way. Hey. Check it out. So guys, we're moving again. Again, what's going on? What's all the hullabaloo about? One Guyana president is in Bartica, heading to the township, and you know, an hour on now. Let me see how long since he's landed with the plane. An hour and a half now. A half an hour trip has taken an hour and a half. All right. A half an hour trip from the airport has taken. All right. A half an hour trip from the airport has taken an hour and a half because the president chose to meet and greet with students and residents. Well, the students. All right. Residents of Bartica. And I can tell you, the Bartica Secondary School, 3 Mile Secondary School, and some other primary schools were very happy. You know, you look at the vibe and feel and listen to the positivity. The president is en route to the community center ground, where he will be addressing residents. If there's any break in transmission, the Guyanese Critic will be coming back live and making sure you hear the issues of the residents and how the president responds to those issues. So Bartica, your president is here. What do you have to say? We will look back at this video someday and remember that you would have had a first-hand experience of a president and his unprecedented acts. You know, how he has reached out to the people, how he... Hello, all right. Yeah. Live and direct for you, the Guyanese Critic, the realest thing coming out of Guyana. Tracking the president, number one Guyana president, as he is on his way from the airstrip at Bartica, and now he's going to be making his way into the community center ground, where he's going to be meeting residents of Bartica. The president is in the maternity and child health protection vehicle, and you know, the government is being resourceful by using resources that already exist and not taxing or overburdening. The president is going to be met by the mayor of the township, and there's the So again, one Guyana President Ali on the ground, and you could say you could say you have seen it on the Guyanese Critic live. And the president is here and meeting as much as he can the kids of all walks of life, all ages. And the president has been presented with something by a student. You gotta go in the seating in front. You gotta go in the seating in front. So all and sundry are having the opportunity to be impacted positively by the president with a shake or a smile nonetheless. Every last one.
All right.
All right. So the love from Barticians are real. This is real, guys. And the president gives the reassurance that he's not going to leave them hanging. I suppose reassurance that all Guyanese, would want.
The PA system. They have a PA system here.
Back the way.
Let's see if it can reach you. Let's see if it can reach you with the mic.
as always, expected a receptive ear from President.
Pardon.
The president is obviously going to be making an announcement. When he's asking for a mic, he's obviously going to be making an announcement.
All of this thing that is on the outside, like a whole advanced thing. I don't know what it is. Because I want you to hear about it because I can't stop here. You have a case for some in the video, you know? All right. All right, are you hearing me? All right, first of all, I want to thank all of you, the children of Region 7, especially Bartica, for the tremendous love that you have shown to me as your president in welcoming me to Bartica. So I want to thank you. How far teaching? Right there? All right, let me go to the
All right, students. Listen up, listen up.
Turn it on, man. Turn it on. Check the mic. Turn it on. Look at the switch. Look at the switch.
Good morning. Good morning. Children of Region 7. Children of Region 7. Allow me to thank you and your teachers for the very warm welcome you have given me as your president. And I want to say this to you, that this welcome that you have shown, this welcome that you have shown me, and this love that you have shown me is tremendous. And this definitely will inspire me to work harder every day for you, to ensure all of you have a better future, to ensure all of you can have access to the important things in life. As students, I want you to have the best possible education. I want you to have access to the best possible education that we can give you. And I promise you that we will make all the investment necessary to give you the best possible education so you can have the best possible future. I also want to assure the teachers, and I want to thank the teachers for the tremendous work that they're doing in this region, and they're doing all across the country to ensure that you, the children, have a viable, successful future. I want to assure the teachers that I'm also going to work hard to ensure that your life improves. The condition under which you serve, the children of this country and our country will also improve. I thank you sincerely for the service that you give. I thank these children for the love that they pour. And this is an example for the rest of Guyana. It is when we unite like this, it is when we embrace each other, it is when we come together in celebration of who we are as Guyanese. That is what is going to build the one Guyana we so badly want. It is this same spirit that you come in love with each other today. It is this same spirit that you hug each other, that you play with each other. I would like you to take forward in your life as you grow older, so that this generation that will come, you, the next generation, will prove to the rest of the world that not only is Guyana filled with diversity, but in that diversity lies the greatest nation of unity, and that is my dreams and aspiration. And you are demonstrating to the rest of our country today, standing together, hugging together, sharing together, that you are the symbol of the love and the unity we want. Kids, I've listened to your head teachers in all the schools I've stopped at, and I've already identified the priorities for each school that would make your life better. Whether it's fixing the roof, whether it's expanding the school feeding kitchen, whether it's fixing the play area, more furniture, computers in some schools. I've already spoken to them. We have that list, and I assure you, before the end of this term, we're going to start fixing these problems that you have raised with me. I cannot go to this meeting without saying to the children of Region 7, the children who came up from day after day, just to embrace me, that you have energized me. You have given me great motivation, and you have given me the love that will carry me throughout the rest of the time that the Guyanese have asked me to lead. And I want you to know that I'll work hard every day, not to disappoint you, not the teachers. God bless all of you. Stay safe, stay focused, continue to work hard. And the only thing I want you to focus on now is your education. That you are kids. Enjoy your life, play together, have fun together, and focus on your education. The teachers are here to support you. The government is here to support you. We are together in this. We want you to be the best you can be. Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself. Like you, I started my education at a nursery school in Region 3 called Lenora Nursery School. Regardless of where you are in this country, do not doubt yourself, do not doubt your ability, and do not doubt what you can become. All of us are gifted. All of us are gifted in different ways. Thank you very much, kids, and God bless all of you. Just put your head, where is that? Where's the picture? I don't want to right there.
The president, being a cricket lover, has presented some sort of cricket gears to the head teacher for one of the schools. And this is the gear there.
Miss, face this way, just come, face this way. Should I look at that?
I want to think, in being true to the Guyanese critic message, I would want to think this is my best live yet. For those of you who have just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live, I'm coming to you from the Bartica Community Center ground, where One Guyana President Ali is meeting with students. Have met on his way from the airstrip with a number of schools, students from different schools, primary and secondary, and now we're meeting with nursery and primary and secondary, and a number of students and teachers, and then now residents. He's going to be meeting with to hear their concerns and their issues, how they're affected, and how he can better serve Guyanese, as you would have heard in his message just moments ago.
Hello. Is that all right? Yeah. Photograph? Good? All right. Good? All right. You guys are welcome. Hey.
So again, the president will be addressing the residents of Bartica. He's now meeting students. No problem. Who taking out? We'll start eating. Yeah, I'm tremblous again. Switch. Good. Cool. All right, thanks for the support. Yeah. Well, let me take it one time. I know what's my movement. So, the president is meeting residents and will be making an address. There are a number of residents from Bartica here, and they will be, I'm sure their interest is having their concerns addressed. All right, a number, all right, residents of Bartica are here, and obviously their interest is in having their concerns addressed. And the president would be here in a moment to address and then hear the concerns, and I'm hoping that Barticians could have all their concerns addressed. So for those of you who have just tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live, I'm coming to you from the Bartica Community. Yes, brother. Community Center ground, Bartica Community Center ground, where the president has still not been able to make his way to the podium where he planned to address Barticians, as a result of him trying to ensure that every last student or every school has the opportunity to
3, 2, 1, smile, everybody.
Every last student.
Where is Ketchup? Where is Ketchup? Right here, sir. So what are you doing so far? Come and take his camera.
So the president sometimes is or can be hard on his staff in the interest of ensuring that the people feel and know that he's there for them. So you know, you're witnessing one Guyana President Ali in action. And again, everybody is afforded the opportunity to meet and have a photo op with the president. The president is just back from America, where he went to address heads of the Americas and represented the Caribbean well. Unfortunately, that was not expressed in the nature and the manner it should have been in local media. Yeah? Large up yourself. I tried the lady taking off, she steer off for the president. You get?
Alright, I gotta go to
So the president in most cases go out of his way to ensure, yes, see that. Alright. He goes out of his way in most cases to make sure that people are aware that he's there for them and that he cares about them. You're tuned into the Guyanese Critic Live. You decide. No matter what ethnicity you are, no matter what party you support, you look for yourself and make your decision for yourself as to what you think about our one Guyana president. Yes, you got a smile out of her. Yes. 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 So the president is meeting his staff to maybe give them a quick brief of what he expects of them and what he wants seen from them. Being the hands-on president he is, he has chosen not to wait till he goes back to base, but let them be aware now and address the issues now. For those of you who have just tuned in, basically short, to put it in short, what your experience is, one Guyana president in action. There are ministers, the Minister of Housing and Water here on the ground. You also have, and everybody wants a piece of the president. We have ministers, we have the commander and the commissioner of police also on the ground here.
Y'all take up your place to walk him in, right? Yeah.
So,
Students, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the President of the Tropic Band. With love and peace, we greet a great leader. Put your hands together. Standing as we recite the national pledge. Two, one, two. I pledge myself to honor always the flag of Guyana and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. Thank you so much, and you may have your seats.
so the president will be making an address.
On behalf of the large crowd that is gathered here, the thousands that is following us live stream, and the entire Region 7, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome a person who has really changed Guyana for the best. This gathering here this morning, it's a demonstration of our appreciation for what the government has done for Region 7 and Guyana as a whole. It is our belief that Guyana is on the right path, a path of prosperity, great infrastructure development, and oneness, one Guyana. We can feel it. We can feel it here this morning. And so, I would like all of us here, once again, to give our kind and loving President a warm welcome. Put your hands together. Mr. President, welcome to Bartica. I'd also like to welcome the Honorable Minister of Governance and Parliamentary Affairs. She's no stranger to you, of course. She's responsible for turning Region 7 around. The Honorable Gail Tashira. I'd also like to welcome, and he's going to be here soon, the Honorable Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Cole. You might have not been here, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, and also in our midst is the Honorable Minister of Labour, Mr. Joseph Hamilton. We also wish to acknowledge the Commissioner of Police, His Worship the Mayor, the Chairman, Deputies, Councillors. Welcome. And most of all, you the residents, welcome. Well, the moment that we all been waiting for, to see this great leader. And there's an old saying that it goes in a kind of Guyanese way, that the best is often, you often take some patience. And so you have endured. And our leader is here this morning. And he will address you. You will have a chance to ask questions and also to show your appreciation to the government, what he has done so far. As I said, we have a very short program, and I'd like to call on a very young man. He has been creating some wave in the field of poetry. Mr. Jermaine Joseph. Jermaine launched his first book of poetry recently, and this one is entitled A Man with a Plan.
Good day, everyone. I was trying to think of a good way to introduce the president, but he did an excellent job himself when he was coming in during his intro. So I get right into this piece because his introduction, as you would see, it capsules what is here. So this piece is called A Man with a Plan. In every crevice and valley, we hear a common message, a message of unity. One Guyana, peddled by His Excellency. His vision for prosperity needs no revision. He has proven himself a man with a vision. As he travels, he promotes his land, from the Americas to Asia. His message is grand. Guyana, a haven for investment. He's building his land. Investors, foreign and local, are often entranced, as with simplicity, he orates with such profundity. A vision of one Guyana, his constant banner. A message of hope with provisions for a wider scope. A leader that boasts in education, for he knows that it is the building block of any nation. He is building his human resource, for he knows that one day we will man all of our resources. A leader in whom we can place our confidence. For times too often, this has been evidenced. A leader of inclusivity. With him, there's no disunity, providing for all, with opportunities that reach out and grab us from our lethargy. A leader that is never faced by territorial threat. He stands tall and never breaks a sweat. He's never afraid to reach into the valleys to deem it matters that others deem small. That's why today, he towers as a leader who has been chosen to represent not one, but all Guyana. Thank you.
Excellent. As I would have mentioned, Jermaine has just published his first book, and so you can have it from him. Regular stores around Bartica. We've come to the point now where I would ask someone who we often will hear the old boys, they're saying that we have just stopped our passport. Because you have done tremendous work in Region 7 and continue to do so. All the development that you've seen throughout the length and breadth of Region 7 the Honorable Minister of Governance and Parliamentary Affairs, and also the geographic responsibilities for Region 7, the Honorable Gail Teixeira.
Good day, Bartica. Good day. You have made me so proud today. I have to get my honorary citizenship here. I don't know if the police will grant me residence. You think so? This is a very proud day for us in Bartica. All of us Guyanese, all of those who are resident here and working in Bartica, to welcome our president to Bartica, and we're going tomorrow to Upper Mazaruni, and we will then conclude in a little short while Middle Mazaruni and Upper Cuyuni, so that every part of Region 7 will get to know our President Mohammed Irfan Ali. Our President promised us on getting elected that we would hit the ground running, and I don't think we realized we'd still be running 2 years later. But we are running at a speed that many cannot keep up with the President and the Cabinet of this country. We have never seen change and development as we're seeing in the last year since President Ali was elected in 2020. This region, Region 7, I've been coming here from 2017, and I've never seen the kind of development that we're seeing unfold in this region. Do you agree with me? Do you think so? Well, in case some of you may not believe, let's look at some of the things we've done. We're doing the road in Dyke Point, the solar farm, the issues of the Bartica Hospital. We'll have a new hospital for the Bartica people and for the region, so they can come and get specialized services here. There have been some improvements in the roads, but still more work to be done, obviously. We can't do what should have taken years before to do it in a matter of a year and a half. We have new schools being built in Waramadong Extension, Ettringbang, Kaikan, for example, outside of this, the Lower Mazaruni area. We've had also the community service officers being employed in every single Amerindian village across the region, 21 villages plus also Region 10, Falmouth Riverview, which is just across from the river from us. And the President is bringing in more initiatives in addition to the cash grant, in addition to the increases in old age pension, in addition to the COVID relief which was given out in 2020, the end of 2020. The President is coming with more initiatives to bring relief to our people, to reduce the impact of the pandemic and the global fuel and food crisis on our people, as it is affecting all countries of the world. We have been able to provide tractors and to different villages such as Philippi, Jawala, Kako, Waramadong, Parima, Chinawing, and there were over 200 scholarships in the Gold Program awarded last year from this region alone. And that was a big challenge because we went to all the villages to encourage people to apply. We've been doing a lot in this region. Police stations are being upgraded, such as in Baimadad, and also which was a terrible police station in terrible conditions. And I'm sure the Commissioner of Police who's here will find that it's much better accommodation for his men. The Board of Industrial Training Programs, for example, the ATVs for different health centers, different vehicles for the Bartica Hospital, including ambulance and so on. So that this region is moving forward in terms of the social services, improving access to education, particularly the cash grant, and helping parents. Particularly, we have a large number of single-headed, female-headed households that they are able to furnish their children with the things they need. There's much to challenge, much to cover in this region. It is the second largest region in the whole of the country, with diverse geography and many areas only accessible by plane or by boat. So we want to thank you for trusting us, for putting your trust in our government and in our president, that we will be bringing this region up to standard. It has been neglected for a long time, and it is time the Region 7 be given that priority and prominence. I assure you that President Ali is going to do that, and we're doing that with all our programs, social programs, physical infrastructure, the roads, the health centers, the educational centers, and jobs, and creating economic activity. In the mining and the business areas, we're also seeing the advancement of the cost of the fuel, the price of gold, but also we've seen the increase in fuel. And that poses challenges to us, and we have given concessions, but still in many parts of this region, fuel is really prohibited. And we have to examine. There's nothing much we can do about it, but we have to look at, as the President is, in bringing relief to people to make it easier to cope with some of the challenges we'll face. And so I don't want us to anyway take up the time that I know you've been waiting for a long, long time for the President. And so we know that you want to hear from him. But I just want to say from my heart, thank you very much. Coming here this morning, landing on the airstrip, the warmth and the hospitality of Barticians, which I've always benefited from since 2017, you showed in an outpouring of love that I could not have anticipated. You brought tears to my eyes to feel so proud of you and so proud to have a president like President Ali. So thank you again, and I will continue to be here, your servant in Region 7. Thank you very much.
Those are words from the heart. I wish to acknowledge also the presence of the CEO of Lands and Survey, Mr. Muniz. Our regional education officer, our regional health officer, our regional engineer, and our regional executive officer, who shares the same title with me, Mr. Corbin Ward. And I had mentioned the Commissioner of Police, but that is name. So welcome also the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Clifton Higgins. I remember him many years ago when we had those 5 fellows terrorizing us here in Bartica. I remember him for that. So, the moment that we all been waiting for. The President have already demonstrated his love and his peace. All the schools have been receiving text messages. They want him to stay overnight. I don't know what he will do. But this is Bartica, a different Bartica. And so, as Minister Tashir would have mentioned, that the President would have made a promise that once he gets in office, he will hit the ground running. And indeed, the next day he did. He took this beautiful country of ours in a time of flood and COVID. And I want to say to you in the most proud manner that Guyana, out of the entire world, during that rough period of COVID, really stand tall. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for that. You've made us proud. And today, you will share some of those happiness, loving and kindness with us. I wish to bring to this floor, I would say a young man who has been working, as we say in Guyana, 24/7. I really don't know how we do it, but he has the energy. Barticians, those who are visiting us, put your hands together to welcome this great leader, the President of the Province of Guyana, Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali.
I assure you, my fellow Guyanese brothers and sisters, that there is nothing great or spectacular about me. There is everything great and spectacular about the people of Guyana. And here in Region 7, we have seen that demonstrated. And I thank you sincerely. I said before that I'm very humbled to be your chief servant. I'm very humbled that life has given me this opportunity with the support of the people of this country to lead our country with a team that comprises of the cabinet, public servants, teachers, the commissioner of police, members of the joint forces. And the aim of this team is very simple: to make life easier, to make things better, to connect with people in a meaningful way, and to deliver goods and services to the people of this country in the best possible way and the most efficient way. And this is all I ask of our team, in supporting your aspirations, in supporting your hope. Life without hope is meaningless. Life without aspiration is static. And I get it. I understand that with every phase of development, there will be greater aspirations from the people of this country. So over the years, we have had development. We started with road with loom, then cross-run road, then asphaltic road. But I understand that as development progresses, the aspirations and needs of people would also do so. Because every single person at a family level aspire to do better for their family every day. Am I not right? Every day, what do you as parents think about? Not a better future for your children? And then when you come together as a community, what do you think about? You think about a better future for your community. And then when we come together as a country, we have to think about a better future for a country. And I am not talking about a PPP country, an APNU country, a whatever country. I am talking about a country, Guyana. One Guyana. That is the purpose. I am here with a message. And that message is about advancing a Guyana that will deliver prosperity to every single Guyanese. Not a Guyana with loopholes. Not a Guyana with gaps. Are there challenges? Too many. Can we overcome the challenges? I say to you today, we have no other choice but to overcome the challenges and deliver one Guyana and prosperity for all the people. You know, many times before I go to meeting, I will leave my home, well, the people's home, because I'm not in my home these days, I'm in State House, it's the people's house. I would leave the people's house and I would say to myself, what would I like to see this government say to the people today? And different people would have different messages for the president. The president gets briefed every single day from the police force, the army, from public servants, from people on the ground. So you get briefed about communities you're going in. And I will hear that there are some who will come to the meeting to disrupt, or some who will come to make all kinds of demands. And I will say, let them come. Because that is the democratic space in which we operate. We must be able to come together and have a conversation. And that is what I want. I want a conversation, but a conversation based on respect and based on facts. You see, to build one Guyana, we can't build one Guyana on falsehood. If you're religious people, you know. The religious text cannot stand or withstand falsehood. We have to build one Guyana, build our community, build our family on truth, on facts, and then we will get results. If we attempt to build it on falsehood, if we attempt to deny the path to prosperity and what we've accomplished so far, we're not doing the country an injustice, we are doing ourselves an injustice. You know, sometimes some people are so annoyed with themselves every day, they're angry at their own selves, they can't find peace, inner peace, because every day they get up looking for examples of what is bad and what is not good. So they spend all their life trying to find things that are not bad, things that make you unhappy. If we focus a percentage of our time on what is good, and what would advance us as a people and a country, we'll all be happy. We'll all be happy. There is so much to celebrate, and I said to some people just a few moments ago, when you come to Region 7, and you come here in Bartica, and I look at you, all of you, beautiful Guyanese. But what is important is that you see Guyana. You see Guyana sitting next to each other, embracing each other, hugging each other, talking to each other. Why must we change this when we leave this environment involved here? This is the Guyana we must have, where we have respect for each other. We can share the same space and we can communicate with each other. And I want you to put your hands together for this. So, I want to thank the regional chairman, the regional executive officers, the public servants, the children, the teachers, the residents of Bartica proper, Region 7, for their welcome. I want to spend just a few moments outlining to you a strategy that we want to communicate with you, that we want to hear from you what you think of this strategy. And the strategy is built on a foundation of one Guyana, bringing prosperity to all the people of this country. I am not here to tell you about the more than $1.5 billion we've already invested in infrastructure in this region. I'm not here to tell you about the hundreds of millions of dollars we've given back to children in grants and uniform allowance. I'm not here to tell you about the increases in old age pension. I'm not here to tell you the support we give to single parents. No. I am here to tell you, you have given us the opportunity to deliver those things. We promise it, and we have delivered, and we're delivering it. And that is what we must know. That everything that we signed on to in that social contract when the government is elected has been delivered and is in the process of being delivered. And I assure you today that every single promise we made to every single group will be delivered with the help of God and the strong, hard work of all of you. Everyone will be delivered. You need not to second guess that. You need not to second guess that. But as we deliver all of this, the world is a different place today. The world is faced with many challenges. Look at our miners. We have removed every single hurdle to the mining community. But the miners are still faced with tremendous difficulty. Much of it not in control of the government. We can't control a tap up there and say rain stop falling. But this is the challenge of climate change and changing weather pattern. And we understand this challenge. And with this challenge comes a need for greater and more efficient and reliable infrastructure to help our miners. We understand. We live in a world today where food security is one of the major issues. Energy security. I just came back from the OS Summit, the Summit of the Americas. And in some states in the US, gas is $11 per gallon. $11 per gallon. That is more than 2,200 Ghana dollars per gallon. In Hong Kong, gas is $13 per gallon. We don't live in an isolated world. We live in a connected world. We live in a world where things occur in a different corner of the earth, but affects all of the earth. Look at the coronavirus pandemic. That is the greatest lesson of globalization. That is the greatest lesson of how borderless the world is. One pandemic strikes every single corner of the earth. Every single corner of the world. And you don't see the results, but the food crisis is a pandemic that will strike every corner of the earth. All the studies showing that. And we have to work towards ensuring Guyana is food secure, and we make the investment to take that food security to the rest of the Caribbean. And this brings us to a conversation here about Bartica Proper Region 7. This area must not only be looked at as a mining area or opportunities related to mining, because you have the potential to become a major logistics hub for the mining sector. In order for you to become a major logistics hub for the mining sector, we must be able to produce food, and we must be able to provide services. Whether it's banking services, machining services, mechanical services, we need to create a service hub in Region 7. And we need to do it in a very structured way. Because you already have a lot of investment in Region 7, catering for the services industry, but it's not structured. We need to work with Region 7, with the school system, with young people, with single parents, to use technology and improve our ability to produce more food in this region, so that it can become not only an agricultural activity, but an economic and financial activity, improving disposable income to the families. Our task as a country and as a government is to put more disposable income in the pockets of people. Once we put more disposable income in your pocket, you will have more resources to live higher standard of life. And this is what adds to building prosperity. In doing so, there are some specific groups that we must address. Our school children, our children generally. We are investing to ensure that all our children must have access to good quality education. Our children and this region must have access to good quality education, good quality health care. Those are two fundamental pillars on which the transformation of our country will be built on. Health and education. To do this, you will see a series of investment in healthcare infrastructure and education infrastructure in this region. But more important, you will see tremendous investment in building the human resource capacity to take care of those infrastructure and deliver the service in health and education. So very shortly, we will be coming to this region to recruit persons who want to work in the healthcare system. We are working on a program now that will ensure every single teacher Wherever you are in Guyana, you must have access to become a trained teacher. We're working on the logistics to ensure every single teacher can become a trained teacher. When you advance yourself to the level of a trained teacher, not only are you able to deliver a better service to the children, but your pay scale also moves automatically. These are the type of investment that you don't see on the front page of a newspaper, because sometimes they're not physical in nature. You will see a new school on the front page, you'll see new roads, but the investment that are physical, not physical in nature, like ensuring the children have school uniform, ensuring that the children, they have the transportation grant, ensuring that this region becomes energy secure. Because Bartica will not be excluded. You too will benefit from the more than 50% reduction in the cost of energy in the near future. These are the type of investment that leads to transformation. Because if you have a low electricity bill, you have more money available to do something else for the family. You have more money available to do some other investment. Am I right? Am I right? If you pay lower taxes, you have more money available from your income to do something else. So our focus is on education, infrastructure transformation. And when I speak about infrastructure transformation, the tourism potential of this region is enormous. But for that tourism potential to be realized, we have to do a few things. We have to ensure people are trained, and we're setting aside resources to train 6,000 people in the hospitality sector, and we want people from this region to be trained. But importantly, we have to have the transformative infrastructure that will bring people to the region. The days and time when you can spend 9 hours on a ferry to come to a region for tourism are far gone. If we are to build tourism, whether it's day tourism or weekend tourism or long stay, we have to be able to build a product that is connected to a wider product, and we have to build the infrastructure that will allow us to build that product here. And we are already talking about new hinterland connection, new roadways, starting the project that can allow you to drive almost on the opposite side of Bartica. These are the transformative infrastructure that will open up new opportunities, create new opportunities. And this is a vision that we are pursuing. A vision that is aimed at increasing prosperity and improving opportunities for you. So, our development path is one that sees a region that is viable, a region that is sustainable, energy secure, food secure, respond to climatic conditions with the investment we're going to make. One that supports the mining sector, not only from a mining perspective, but from the true value chain that is required for mining. We want to work with this region on becoming that important hub. Importantly, the Ministry of Tourism is working on packaging this region separately, because as you know, we are working now in partnership with Barbados on a joint initiative in which we will be marketing Guyana and Barbados together. To do this, we have to upgrade the roads. We have to upgrade the airstrip. We have to look at making this region and developing the capacity of this region to at least have a minimum municipal standard airstrip, airdrome, so that you can support the development in the hinterland. Those are things that are necessary to prop up the type of investment and type of projects that we want to be delivered. I spoke to the teachers and the nurses, and many teachers and nurses told me this morning they want to be part of the government housing program. We have just gotten 120 acres of land, and we are going to work with the people in Bartica, the skilled men and women in Bartica, the small contractors in Bartica in Region 7. Let me say Region 7. the skilled contractors in Region 7. Very soon, before the end of August, the minister is going to come to meet with you. Because we want to use that 120 acres of land to build at least 500 homes here using the labor and construction services. You know what that would do? You know what that would do? That would not only deliver housing, that would create tremendous opportunities in the value chain for hardware resources, skilled labor, transportation services. All of this will be created with this one project. In addition to that, in addition to this, we are working on an infrastructure transformation plan that will see all the communities on the outskirts of Bartica linked with good infrastructure to the center of Bartica. We are already working with that with the Ministry of Public Works. And I've already given instructions on my journey from the airstrip to here. I had the opportunity to stop and interact with many beautiful children and teachers. And there are some basic areas that I'm giving the commitment today that we will complete before the end of this year. And this is in addition to the resources we have already allocated to the region. So the Precious Gem Nursery, you want a new walkway and drainage. I've already told the officers to take this down, and we're going to have this done for you. The St. John Baptist, you need a land filling at the back of your school, furniture and chalkboards. This will be completed long before the new term starts. The Future Builders Nursery, you want an extension of your food kitchen, and that is what I tell you, development is incremental. We started in this country where we never had a school feeding program. We brought the school feeding program to help children. Then we brought the kitchen to support the school feeding program. Now what we are hearing, we want extension of the school kitchen. You know why? Because attendance has increased. And children are going to school because this program is helping them. And because of that, we have to give you the extension of their kitchen. Because we wanted to support the children and the improvement that is bringing to attendance of school. And these are the things that matter. Not all the noise you hear on social media. Not all the noise you hear about wanting to beat each other up sometimes. These are the things that matter. Delivering to people, giving them an opportunity, giving them a shot at life. And that extension for the Future Builders Nursery will definitely be done. And then, this is what I'm saying. Imagine we have school feeding program in all the schools. Imagine if every school now, we can have single parents who have children in those schools, doing 1 or 2 shared houses in every school, and supplying the school kitchen with the produce from those shared houses. That is how you build economic opportunity. That is what you call the trickle-down effect of investment from government. And guess what? You don't have to imagine it anymore, because I've instructed the Ministry of Agriculture to come here next week and do an assessment to see how we can expand the school shared house program. The Bartica Secondary School. There is the expansion of the TVET program of furniture and equipment. Well, not only do I believe them and I want it to be expanded, but this region must be a focal point for TVET education. And I want the Ministry of Education to come here and do an assessment so that we can do a full-fledged TVET center to support Region 7 so we can build the skills necessary to support the mining industry. We're going to team up. We're going to team up with the private sector to get them to work with us, the mining industry. I'm going to ask Mr. Dennison is here to work with the miners in building a program that will support the establishment of a full-fledged TVET center to support this region. So we will also do that for the Bartica Secondary. The 2 Mile Secondary, they have some work they want on the roof and a kitchen, an expanded food kitchen. I've already spoken to the REO. He said a contract has been awarded already for the roof, and we're going to do work on extending that kitchen in addition. the 2 Mile Primary, the photocopier, and of course, I spoke about a house lot for teachers. Those are things that we want to do. But let me tell you the vision of what the school must produce. Regardless of where you live in this country, every child coming out of primary school, you see, we never had this opportunity. We never had this opportunity I'm going to talk about. You hear and you read in magazines about the Silicon Valley, and you read about all these children that are into software development, and you hear how one of the richest men in the world dropped out of school and went into software development and became what, the richest man in the world. But what we have to do is to create the opportunities to give our children a shot at this. So I've asked the Ministry of Education to work on a program that will see every primary school child being introduced to coding, computer coding at a primary level. So when you leave primary school, you must be introduced to computer coding. And when you leave secondary school, every single secondary school child must have an opportunity to have some development, at least in intermediate software development. This is the future we're talking about for Guyana. A different future, a complex future, a multifaceted future, a diverse future, a future in which we can all be proud of. And that is what we're talking about. I am not here for a quarrel. I'm here for a conversation. I'm here to listen to you. And that's why I will not speak for much longer, because I want to listen to you. But I want to say to you today that our history has taught us that we need to do something different now. That we need to take a path that is different. A path that is fulfilling for our country. And let me assure you, we can become the richest country in the world. We can become the country with the most opportunity. But if we are not a country that is humble, filled with love and united, we will not enjoy any of it. Because every day we'll wake up in a struggle and a fight against I don't know what. I call it the force of the devil. And I don't intend to have the force of the devil overcome the work of God. And as far as I know, the work of God is a work of peace. It's a piece of love. It's a work of unity. The work of God is not the work of envy, jealousy, and malice. That is the work of the devil. And we must work with what? If we are God-fearing people, and many Guyanese claim to be God-fearing, then we have to understand that we need to adopt the principles that will allow us to fear God. And if all of us adopt those principles, we have no other choice but to love each other. We have no other choice but to love our neighbors. We have no other choice but to uplift each other. And loving each other does not mean you don't have quarrel. It doesn't mean that you don't have differences. But those differences cannot lead to hate. It cannot lead to division. It cannot lead to separation. It must lead to a conversation. And that is what I'm going around this country to do. Have a conversation with the people. Have a conversation with you. Understanding each other. You can't understand or claim to love me if you don't understand where I'm coming from. And I can't have an opinion of you if I don't understand where you're coming from. So unless we have that conversation and we can come together on one platform, then we can do what the doctor ordered. We will find a prescription. And that prescription must be built on respect. And if we all agree that the prescription must be on a foundation of one Guyana, then I am confident that the future of this country, the next generation, have nothing to fear, and then will enjoy true prosperity and true happiness. I thank you and God bless you.
You certainly did not wait in vain. A man of real peace. Very simple. And so, let us put our hands together once again. That is silence. Thank you very much, Mr. President. We have come to the part of the program in which we will now interact. Larissa, Coonan, and Boyle carry the mic. And we're going to do it in a very orderly manner. We'll come from three angles. 1, 2, 3. And as you wish to say something or ask a question, you will raise your hand and they will find you. So, ladies, gentlemen, let us be peaceful and let us do it in a very orderly manner. So we will start first with this end.
Hello.
The judge, I'm a farmer in Guyana. They barely teach anything about farming. So I would like to ask if they have anything to say about farming, because I'm a farmer. I represented all the farmers here in Bartica. One member want to come, but I cannot.
Yeah, we take a couple and then the president finishes.
Is there anything specific you would like us to address for farmers?
Yeah, we need some help with the road.
I'm at
8.5 miles. They got other people planting at 4 miles and 1.5 miles.
So is the road you're basically concerned about?
Yes, and some support on the farm, like chemicals and stuff like that. I have some things on my phone I need to show to you what I'm doing on the farm.
Okay. So support for the farm, input support, and the road.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Good day, everyone. Your Excellency, Dr. Info Muhammad Ali, welcome to Bartica. It's a pleasure having you and other ministers and other members of the government. Your Excellency, for over 20 years, at Guyanese, over 20 years you suffered from a flood problem. This flooding, over 20 years I'm trying to get something done about it. And now I'm having the opportunity to ask you. Please, we only ask for a culvert to be placed across the road in 2nd Avenue. This affects from 5th to 9th Street, from 3rd Avenue to 4th Avenue. Please make this a reality. Please make this like a dream come true. I'm asking you, if you're going to delegate anyone who is supposed to come to the area, I'm willing to give my name and address so that you could see where we want this culvert to be situated. Over 20 years, Your Excellency. Once again, it's a pleasure having you here, and do come again. Thank you. My name is Richard Embleton, 62 2nd Avenue, Bartica, over 75 years. Thank you.
All right, so let me address the two first issues. In terms of farming, what I will do, I will ask the Minister of Agriculture and his team to come here and to make a complete assessment as to the type of help that is needed. Whether it's fertilizer, we have a fertilizer program now that you will be helped with, all the farmers will be helped with. We will see the other input that you need help with and the roads, and they will come up with a plan, and then we'll be able to come back to you and to say to you what exactly we'll do, right? In terms of the 2nd Avenue culvert, I have good news for you. That project has already been tendered, and the award is made, and hopefully construction will commence very soon. And it's done under the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority.
up and where you up on. Why you gonna drive this guy? Jump in. What do you care about? Move all the way in my house. Crap, man. Coba dia ni. Give me freaking kill, man. You don't kill me for it. Stay with that boy. Yeah.
Did you come in? So you alone in the car?
Oh me? Going away.
President.
You know how much we got, bro?
Last stream to YouTube from here.
The man can go on. Yo, control yourself, yeah. Get shooting up like you there and then.
Officer.
Why am I alone now?
Why want me?
It's a Nigerian and the party. Yeah, don't you know?
No.
What the hell is it?
No, just no.
Damn.
Really, I got no answer for the try thing. Yeah, one left on like a spin if you get it for me.
We gotta go.
Yeah, one left on go.
That's the thing.
That's not okay.
You don't left us now. Soon as I done this, again, eat and left.
Yeah, I'm reaching time to talk to the answer.
You stream Emma YouTube? You still content?